Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have had several requests for this pattern. This is of course the very popular African flower motif. I have done up a sample for you to view, and of course it's done in my favorite colors. And it does have a white trim. So this one is of course done in the hexagon. You can do it in pentagons, you can do it either way. So what you're looking at is the actual hexagon with the 6 sides, and you can do these of course in many colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn the African flower motif, and I am using the colors. Of course I have 4, which, as I always let you know, I usually have an extra color for myself, so I will choose between 3 out of 4 of these colors. I may use all 4. But I won't be doing the white border. That is just something that I did extra for myself. So it will be the entire motif minus this white border trim. So you will need to get yourself, which I am using a 5.5 millimeter hook, and this is one of my designs. It's my S hook. So this is for me. I do initial hooks as well. You can check out those hooks on my Facebook. At Stitchinstacy's Crochet. I'm using cotton for this one. So I've got peach, I've got a little bit of a lighter peach, and then I've got a mix of those, and then I have a light teal, which is also in this mix. So you can get 3 to 4 colors if you like. If you only want to use 1 or 2, that's your decision. But as you see in this motif, I do have 4, of course, minus the white, so we're not going to even discuss the white in this pattern. So other than that, I do have 4. So go ahead and get all of your necessities for this. And again, I don't have a direct pattern for you to follow. There are many patterns on the internet for you to follow for a African flower motif. You can, I just kind of have this memorized from several different ones that are out there that you can follow from, you know, different patterns that you see all over the internet. You can just follow anything that you want to see or that you want to do. So I'm just doing this as a demonstration for those of you out there that really want to learn how to do the African flower motif. So gather your items that you need, and I will be right back. Alright, so I am going to start with my light peach, and the first thing that we are going to do is a chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you want to do a slip stitch, and we're going to join those. Oh, that one was tight. Okay. So we are going to join those up. Find your center circle there. Okay. And tighten your thread, your yarn. I got butterfingers today. Alright, so now the first thing you want to do is do your chain 3. And grab that tail and work around that while we go. So now you want to do a first thing you want to do is do your double crochet in the center. Okay. And then you're going to do a chain 1 and 2 double crochet in the center. Okay. And you will do that 5 times. Okay. So you will do a chain 1 and 2 double crochet. Working over your tail. And we're just making the center part of our flower. So chain 1, 2 double crochet. And you can pull your tail a little as you go. So that's our second one. Now you're going to do your chain 1, do 2 more double crochet, Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have 6 total. So let's do this last one. So there's 1 and 2. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do a final chain 1 here, and then you're going to do a slip stitch into that top of that chain 3 that we started off with. Okay. So basically, if you lay this down, you should have clusters here at this point of chain 2 or double crochets. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So basically that is your round 2, and if I can locate my scissors, we will clip that off and we will start our next round. So let me get my scissors and we will come back and we will do round 3. Okay guys, so I finished off and I've woven in that loose end there. So now you are going to start working the petals here. We're going to start working these petals. So pick your next color of choice. I am going to be working with blue. And you're going to work that up on your hook and pick any chain 1 space to start in. So wherever you did your chain 1 all the way around, you can pick one of those and just start working in there. So do your new color there with a slip stitch, and you are going to do a chain 3 there. Alright, and you're going to work over your tail also, and in that same space you will do a double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet. Okay, so that's what you will do in that first chain 1 space. It's just like a double crochet V-stitch. Alright, so what you want to do in the next space is make the same thing. So you're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to skip these next 2 double crochet and go into the next chain 1, and you're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet. And then you're just going to completely do that all the way around. But just make sure that you're doing that in the proper place. You're not going in between your 2 double crochet, you're going only in your chain 1 spaces, okay? So don't go in between your 2 double crochet, go in between your spaces. So basically, you know, you're making 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet. Same as we did in the previous round. You're just kind of doing like an increase all the way around. And these African flowers are very beautiful. They make basically anything. You can make anything with these beautiful motifs. Okay, so just go all the way around in all of your chain 1 spaces. Just keep looking and making sure that I'm in the correct space. Don't get in such a hurry that, oh, I know what I'm doing, and then you go all the way around and then you have to frog it because you weren't really paying attention to those spaces. Alright. So, by the time you get to the end of that, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, okay? So now, what you're going to do is you want to do, let's see, so you're going to do a slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. Making sure I get in there, because say this cotton gets really stiff sometimes. Okay, so at this point, this is what you should have at the end of your round 3 of the African flower. Alright guys, now for the next part, for round 4 of the African flower, what we're going to be doing here, this is the part that we just completed, which is the bottom of the petal. Now we're going to be working on the top part of the petal, so we're not going to be changing color here unless you wanted the top part of your petal a different color than the bottom, which is not typical. Not saying you can't, that's your prerogative, but I don't do that. I want my petal to stay consistent. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take, and you see where you're positioned over this double crochet, you're going to do a slip stitch to the next double crochet, and then you're going to slip stitch into that next space. Okay, now we're going to be working into this center space here. So what we're going to do is a chain 3. Okay, and now what you're going to do is you're going to do 6 double crochet here, and this is going to start forming the petal. So you want, with this chain 3 and the 6 that you're going to put in here, you're actually going to be having 7 total double crochet that are going to actually make up your petal, the top of your petal. So we're going to do 6 double crochet here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so basically you do this, and then you're going to do in the next space, you're going to do 7. You're not going to do 6 because our chain 3 here was 1 also in the beginning. So you're just going to go directly into that next space here, and you're going to do 7 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so basically that's all you're going to do all the way around. Is you're going to jump to the next center, and you're going to do 7 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and you see those petals starting to form up there. So go ahead and go all the way around, and I'll meet you up here at this last petal and we'll join that up. Alright guys, I'm at the last petal here. So now what I need you to do is you're going to go into that 3rd chain, and now what we're going to do is actually change our color, and I'm going to use my multicolor. So I'm going to fasten off, and my little baby scissors, they are so dull. Okay, so you want to put your new color on, and you're going to change that out, and I'm going to flip this over and tie this off. And I always double knot, and I am ready to go. Oops, let's get all my goodies out of the way. Now, we are at the point now, this is what we have. Let's go back a bit for you. This is at the end of your your round for your petals. So now what we are going to do is you're going to go to round 5, okay, and you are going to chain up 3 once you've added your new color. So you're going to chain up 3, okay. Now you're going to do 1 single crochet in each double crochet. Make sure that you're working over those tails. So 1, 2. Alright, and you're going to do 1 single crochet in each double crochet, and in between your petals you're going to do a double crochet in between these groups, okay? So when I get there, I'll show you that. So let's get this going around here, covering up all of these tails here also. So now when you come here to this gap, what you're going to do is you're going to do a double crochet. Like I did here, you're going to go down, way down here into this double crochet right here, this space from the previous, well, the previous row way down here below where you see this stitch. So you're going to go down below and you're going to do a double crochet there, but keep it loose. You don't really want to pinch it. Okay, so just like that, and then you're going to scooch that over. Don't miss. Well, no, you're not going to scooch that over. That's not the stitch. So you want to make sure you still do 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you do scooch that. I was right. So scooch that over. You still want to get that single crochet there because you still need to have 7 single crochet here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then you want to go directly down for a double crochet, but you don't want it to, you want it to be kind of loose, and do a double crochet there. Okay, now you want to scooch that over a bit because you still want that single crochet right there. Let me zoom in so you can definitely see what I mean. So when you do that double crochet down there, you want to scooch that over a bit and get that single crochet in there, because if not, you're going to be short. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so loosen up a bit and go down. Okay, and do that double crochet, scooch that over a bit and see that stitch, so you want to single crochet. Okay, then you want to do your 7. Okay, so then that's all you do. You just keep going around and you'll finish that off. Just make sure to keep that double crochet loose. So once you get to that gap, you'll go all the way down into that next one, and you see that little single crochet there. Pull that over and you want to make sure to go inside there. Okay, so go ahead and finish that up and we'll be back for row 6. Alright guys, I am here at the end. I'm going to do my last single crochet right here, complete my last double crochet into that next and last row there, and then you're just going to get to that last, or that top chain right there, and we're going to finish this row off, and we're going to separate now, and I'm going to add my dark peach. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Now we're going to flip this over and tie this off and join my new color. And believe it or not, we're at the end. This is actually going to be your last row. And this is going to be a very simple row. So now, for row 6, you will chain up 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And what you're going to do is you're going to double crochet in each single crochet, working over your tails. So on all your single crochets, you will work a double crochet. Okay. Now when you get to the top of your petals, what you're going to do is do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. That will make your corners. Okay? So basically when you get, just like what I have here, like here, when you get to the tops, you have to kind of look right here at the tops of your petals. You're going to do your double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So when I get to the top, which is like where I'm at right now, you're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Okay, and then you're just going to keep going with your double crochet. Until you get to your next petal, and then you will form the next corner. And as you know, hexagons have 6 corners. Okay, so look again. You're right over the top here, so this is where the next corner goes. So you want to do a double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet right into that same stitch. And then you keep on going with your double crochet. Okay. And I just think these colors turned out really beautiful. And I like the African flower motif much better in the cotton, I think. Okay, so the next corner should be coming up right here. So let's do the double crochet, chain 1, well let's see, yeah, and another double crochet. Then we'll turn and we will keep on going. And again, I think what makes these flowers and what really gives off their beauty are the colors that you choose to work them in. That's just my opinion. I'm a very colorful person. I believe that the more color that you can work into your projects, it just gives it all the personality in the world. So, especially these flowers, they're just beautiful. But again, as I said, I don't have a direct link for you because there are so many. So just type it in on the internet. And just choose whichever one you want to use. They're pretty much all the same. They're worked up the same from my experience of looking at them. And they work up beautifully, just beautifully in afghans, in purses, and animals. Whatever you choose to work them up in, they just work beautifully in just about everything. Okay. And the reason that I do have the white on my example that I showed you is because pretty much most of the times when you do work with them, you do have to put some sort of single crochet border on each motif that you make to connect them. So keep that in mind if you do make a project or have a project in mind. You do have to border it somewhat. Alright, we are at the end here. So let's do that last one. And you will join up in that top chain. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Well, pooey. Now, all done. Now, all done. So now what you will do is you would just finish off, get all of these ends off, and you'll weave that in. And this is what you're going to have, is a beautiful, beautiful African flower. Well, motif. So again, and this one's bigger than the other one, of course, because it's a different size hook, and cotton works up differently than this one is done, I believe, in Red Heart, and this one, of course, is done in some of the Peaches and Cream and Sugar and Cream. So again, this is so beautiful. This is an ideal project for me, so I think this one's going to work up into something. So again, your African flower motif. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to see your projects. And as always, I do leave my email and my Facebook information below, so at any time if you would like to send me pictures of items that you have done following my YouTube teachings or anything like that, you're welcome to send those to me. So again, I strongly encourage you to look up the African flower motif patterns online and just see where you go with this. So until next video, guys, happy hooking.